Hey guys, it's your girl Nosh. Just coming on here real quick to let you guys know that lock your energies, lock your energies, lock your energies. Protect your energy and lock your energy. Everyone has a different way of locking their energy. Figure out a way to lock your energy. Um, Search how to lock your energy, how to protect your energy. This is something that you're really going to have to self-educate yourself because everyone does things differently. Everyone comes from a different culture. Everyone comes from a different heritage. Everyone has a different faith system. You know what I mean? Different belief system. So depending on what your faith is, what your belief is, what you believe in, what you deem to believe in, you know what I mean? According to that, protect your energy, lock your energy. And you're going to notice like there's been plenty of other videos where I've been telling you lock your energy, protect your energy, or just protect your energy. Why am I saying that? Because we just had the solar eclipse. People are on their shit right now. And the fact that we're in the Mercury retrograde, people are on their shit. You guys have to understand that you don't have to do black magic, okay, to someone in order to harm them. You just thinking negative thoughts about them while you're in the same room as them is harmful. Okay? Like, people don't get that. So if you're in a situation or if you're in an environment where there's constantly negative people around you, right, or negative energy around you, it's going to affect you. And if you're walking around without being covered or being protected or locking your energy in, people are going to take from you. People are going to project onto you. So if you work in a situation or work in an environment where you work with negative people, you're going to go home feeling negative. You're going to go home feeling tired, feeling drained. These are energy vampires. People who constantly throw negativity at people, have negative thoughts about people, constantly think negatively. If you ask them for something, they always have an attitude. They're always miserable. These are your energy vampires. These are your Damons, your Stephans, your Catherines, your Klauses, okay? I understand that media has showed that vampires are so hot and so this, and that. Yes, they are. Yeah, they are. The media ones. But the real ones are really ugly, okay? The real ones are ugly as fuck. They're miserable. They always think negative. They think you're thinking negative, that you're doing negative to them when it's always them doing something. And these people just, some of them know that they do this and some of them don't know that they do this. So it is not your job to figure out why they're doing this, who's doing it, who's not doing it. If you protect your energy, lock your energy, cover yourself, you don't have to worry about it. So how do we do that? Figure it out. Sometimes I can't give you the answers to everything. Sometimes I don't have the answers myself. What I will tell you is that if you're listening to this video, it is time for you to take a journey down that rabbit hole of how to protect yourself. So whatever way that you can protect yourself, you feel comfortable with, you feel to remember easily. If it's praying, do that. If it's doing mudras, do that. If it's cleansing yourself, smoke bath, saying some, protection words over you, do that. Do something. Please stop walking out your house completely uncovered where people can attack you and then you come home and you think it's you, when 9 times out of 10 it is not you. And how do you know it's not you? If you've been happy all day, you've been fine all day, you didn't have a headache all day, now where you went somewhere, you went to work and you come back, now you have a headache, you have an upset stomach, you don't feel good, you feel lazy, you feel like you want to procrastinate. If that's not you normally, then someone is projecting that onto you. Like I said, people don't necessarily have to do this through black magic. They can literally just look at your picture, pull up your picture on their phone, and just talk shit about you. Or talk shit to your picture. Or talk shit about you to someone else. Sometimes that's how it works. Sometimes you don't need to just light a candle and do spell work. That's not how it works. You could just simply think of someone and send them negative energy. Now, that's how other people do it, okay? Now, if you want to do that, that's up to you. That's your karma. That's your repercussions. You can do whatever you want. I'm here to let you know that people do that. So like, say you're working with someone and they're sitting in the cubicle next to you and they don't like you. So they can sit in that cubicle next to you, even though there's a divider between you, right? And they're sitting there thinking negatively about you, you're still going to get affected. But if you're protected, you won't get affected. Let's say it again. If you're protected, you won't get affected. Okay? So please, please, please search Find out, talk to your elders, talk to your ancestors, talk to your spirit guides. What is the best way to protect yourself? Tell the universe, I want to protect myself. Can you please send me a way to protect myself? And then keep an eye open on what the universe is sending you. There's plenty of videos on TikTok. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. There's plenty of articles on Google that you can search up and find out how you can protect yourself. Because what happens when it comes to protecting yourself, you have so many different cultures. You have so many different ways to protect yourself. You have so many different, again, belief systems. Depending on what you believe in, depending on what you follow, what your heart goes towards, use that in order to protect yourself. Now, because I can't tell you, protect yourself and listen to Psalms 91. Not all of you are Christian. I can tell you to protect yourself and say Hail Mary. Not all of you are Catholic. I could tell you to protect yourself and tell Shiv to cover you, but not everybody is Hindu. So that's why it's very important to figure out what your roots are. This is why, oh my God, if there's one thing I can tell you that's really important, and I know some of you probably don't want to go back to your roots, but you have to. Okay, some of you probably don't want to accept who you are, but you have to. You have to go into your bloodline. You have to go into your lineage. You have to go into your roots to figure out how you can protect yourself. Okay, you cannot, it's like going into a country that does not speak English. How are you going to communicate? You have to figure out what the language is. So you have to figure out the language of your ancestors. You have to figure out the way of your ancestors, of your roots, of your bloodline in order to protect you. Now, some of you are going to say, well, I don't know what my roots are. I don't know what my bloodline. You know what? It's a very good time to do an ancestry DNA thing, right? To get that chart going for yourself, to get that test going for yourself, to see who you are, where do you come from. It's really sad when I come across people who don't know where they come from or their roots or their bloodline, because you need to know in order to protect yourself. At the end of the day, right, it all is about spiritual warfare. So when we're talking about spiritual warfare, we have to go into spirituality. So where do you come from? I'm not trying to be mean, but you can't be something that you're not and try to say that you are. Meaning you can't be just a regular, white person and then say, oh, well, my ancestors were native, so I'm going to use native ways to protect myself. If you don't 100% know that your ancestors are native, please don't do anything that's native oriented. Okay? If you know you're white like rice, you don't have any native in your blood, do not do that. That is disrespect. Okay? And plus, honestly, it won't work. Now, if you're a Latino, right? And what can I say about Latinos? No, wrong example. What can I say? The only one I can think about is white people. Most white people don't know where they come from. And I'm not trying to diss you guys. I'm not trying to pick on you guys, but most white people don't know where they come from. Right? If you look at black people, you know that they come from Africa. You look at Latin people, you know they come from South America. You look at Pakistanis, you know they come from Pakistan. You look at Hindus, you know they come from India. Most of them. The majority of them, what you are. Muslims, they come from Muslim countries. Palestine, Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan. Somalia, all these places, that's where the Muslims come from. Also Africa, also South Africa, also Egypt. So it depends on what you believe in. If there is at any point in time that you needed to believe in something, it is now, because it is getting ridiculous out there. People are really on their shit. People are really on their shit. So if you are not protected, you're just walking like a target out there. You're just a free target just roaming around. So I would really, really suggest, if you can do yourself a favor, do your homework and figure out what your lineage is. And from your lineage, figure out how you would protect yourself. Because some of you have hoodoo in your bloodline. Some of you have voodoo in your bloodline. Some of you have some type of magic, Irani magic. Some of you have Arabic magic. Some of you have Hindu magic. Some of you have, Latin magic. Some of you have the Aztec magic. All of you come from somewhere. You just wasn't dropped off by the stork, okay? The stork just did not drop you off. Your parents, you have parents. Find out where your parents came from. Find out where their parents came from. It is so beautiful. Go back to that time period in middle school when they made you do a family tree. Do a family tree today, and you will figure out where you come from. Once you figure out where you come from, you figure out your roots, right? Right? You can protect yourself, because then you can figure out how your ancestors protected themselves. And most of you guys out there walking around and not believing in things, How are you going to protect yourself? You got to believe in something. Okay? You got to believe in something in order to protect yourself. So that's the message I wanted to put out there. I know it's really quick, but I just had to reach out and let you know, like, people are really on their dumb shit right now. So please be careful out there and take care of yourself and take care of the people that you love. Start praying. Start understanding how to protect yourself, okay? Mwah. Love you guys.